Well, I guess it's about time we get started, right?
Hey, is that Timmy's?
Yeah, because we're in Canada, eh?
Hey, Zach here from Tukes and Tires. I guess we're gonna get started on my truck now. So I'm gonna start off by taking this back gate off so I can get more access at this stuff here when I start to do the back corner. So we'll get you on time lapse and you can see me take this gate off. Alright, so now that we got the back gate off, it's a little easier for me to see what I have to do on the inside here. You can see it's pretty good up here, so I'm just going to splice in and fill a piece in. But before I get that, I bought this thing here that, I don't know, they're just never the same factory stuff, so whatever. But, so I'm going to make my plan of attack here, show you guys how I cut my lines, and yeah, we should be alright. And you know, when you're doing this kind of stuff, you want to make sure that your body lines are as like straight as possible, because you know you're gonna have some guy in some parking lot somewhere be like, oh, your truck's not straight, and I'm gonna be like, yeah, whatever. And then that's when you go and you pull out your trusty, you know, straight stick here, hockey stick, and then you can say, well, she was hockey stick straight, okay? Get on my level. Alright, so what I usually start with is you find like a defining line or something. So obviously you have this obvious top ridge, and then you have this round, and it goes all the way around for the bezel. So I'll just, you know, measure it off so it's 9.5, and I've already checked it all the way along. It's all 9.5. So then you can see I wrote on the body there 9.5 to body line to light thing, whatever. So that way I don't forget what my measurement is. And then I probably come in somewhere about somewhere across there, if you can see that. And then I'll probably stay about an inch from the gas door, and then for I've already previously put this panel on, I'm gonna stay about the same, so that I have this clampy machine, which you'll see me use. It makes a recessed edge for me to drop my panel in, and I'll probably cut this thing first, because I mean, you cut this before you cut the car or whatever you're working on, because it's like, well, you can buy a new one of these, you can't really, I mean, you can weld onto the car, but that's no good. So yeah, we'll get that chopped up, and yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna mark some lines on here. I measured on the truck roughly where I made my line. Here it was like 5 inches from there. And then from this way, I was kind of measuring from here. Roughly I need about, I think it was 12 inches, something like that. And then that one I'm just gonna, I'll eyeball it with a piece of tape. Kinda something like that, I think. And then this one will go something like that. So I'm just gonna cut that, but I'm gonna save this piece because I might be able to use this to recreate some little edges on here, because obviously it's not like the factory, they just make it straight and it's shit. Remember, safety in all departments, you know what I'm talking about. Alright, so now we got the piece cut. I mean, it's not going to be 100% because it's, you know, it's not original, but you have to mess around with it and see what you can do. I mean, I already know I'm not liking it. Yep, it's basically factory. So now I'm gonna mark some lines up on the truck. Obviously, I'm gonna mark them up. I'm gonna cut lower just to save me something just in case. But then we can see if this will fit a little bit better because it's binding on this. So we'll get that chopped out and marked up and so we got it kind of fitting up. I got some clamps on it. Here I gotta just push it up a little bit, but that's another story. But I'm pretty happy with the way it turned out. So yeah, so now all I gotta go do now is my clampy flangey tool thing on this edge. I'm gonna mark some lines, the Sharpie on here so I know where it is to run my tool. I obviously still have to cut out the gas door, but I'll do that later. That's not really a huge issue. And also I gotta fix in here. This is just, yeah, this is no good. Alright, so I marked some lines on here for where my panel is gonna sit. They're just rough lines, so I know that I have enough material there. Obviously my other panel I gotta have to trim back because it's like to way to here. I know there's Bondo up here, so because I'm a carpenter, I'm just gonna use a wood chisel with some heat and just take that out of there. I was kind of expecting this, but whatever, what can you do? It's working on an old car. They did some kind of old patch here, which, I mean, there was nothing wrong with it, but then, you know, it was just kind of, you can kind of see there that it's rusted out underneath. So what I'll probably end up doing now is I'm just going to cut this out, and then I'll just butt weld a piece in there and then continue on with what I was going to do anyways. So, well, just you add to the project, I guess. Alright, so I got my piece made up, so I'll just do that, something like that. But I'll also, so on the back side, I'll prep it, and then I got weld through primer. I always put that stuff on the back side just so that it doesn't rust. And then all this stuff in here, that's back here, I'm gonna prep it now and spray it before I go any further so that it's all sealed up and it won't rust either. Possibly. Can't guarantee anything. Nothing but the best trim clad. I'm just gonna lay it on there heavy because I'm not gonna come back here and do a second coat. Perfect. Brand new as she was. Alright, well I got the weld through primer on there and I'm going to start tacking this on now. I guess. Thing like this. Well, cheese and crackers. All right, so got that patch welded in there. But I think that's going to do it for now, guys. Hopefully next video we'll get that taillight bucket all situated so that we can finish welding on that box corner thing. And if you like the content, do the things. I won't ask you to do that because it's like, well, if you like the content, you'll like it. So, but anyways, as always, don't forget to salute the beaver, and we'll see you later. Thanks, guys.